This problem states the chemical reaction for the generation of gas in a car's safety airbag is given by the following equation. What mass of nitrogen is produced if there are 130 grams of NaN3 used in the reaction? The two most important things in this problem is mass of nitrogen, because that's telling you what you want to find, and 130 grams of NaN3 because that's telling you what you're going to start with. So you have to keep in mind that if you're starting with grams and you want to find grams of another product, then you're going to go from grams to moles back to grams. So you're going to start with 130 grams NaN3, and you want to cancel that out. So in order to do that, you need to calculate the total mass of NaN3. So right here I showed Na has a mass of 22.990 and N has a mass of 14.007. So you're going to write 22.990 plus, and again N is 14.007, and then because it has a 3, you're going to multiply that mass by 3. So when calculated, you get 65.011 grams of NaN3. And then, again, because you have to go from grams to moles, on top you'll write 1 mole NaN3. In step 2, because you're going to go from moles of NaN3 to moles of what you want to find, to cancel out moles of NaN3, on the bottom you'll write 2 moles of NaN3 because you need to reference your equation. And on the top, you're going to write the moles of what you want to find. So referencing your equation, you have 3 moles of N2. So on the top you write 3 moles N2. Now in the third step, you want to go from moles of N2 to grams of N2, which is what we want to find. So in order to cancel out moles of N2 in the second step, you'll write 1 mole N2 in the third step. And on top, you'll have to calculate the total mass of N2. So again, N2 has a mass of 14.007. And because there's a 2 next to it, you'll multiply that by 2, shown here. And when calculated, you'll get 28.014 grams of N2. So again, to show how everything cancels out, grams of Na cancels out. Mole of NaN3 cancels out. Moles of N2 cancels. And now you're just left with grams of N2, which is what you wanted to find. The last step is to calculate your equation. So whatever you start with will always be over 1, and then you just multiply across. So the work is shown here. You'll multiply 130 times 1 times 3 times 28.014 all over 1 times 65.011 times 2 times 1. And when calculated, you'll get 84.03 grams of N2. For this experiment, you will be using cornstarch. You'll place a little bit of cornstarch into a container, just enough so that you can't see the bottom of the container. Cornstarch. Next, you'll add some water. You'll know the substance is ready when you're able to sink your fingers into it, and when you pick some up with your hand and let the substance go, it'll turn into a liquid. You'll also be able to test this by striking the substance with your hand quickly and not getting any of the substance onto your hand. Here the substance is a solid, and when let go turns into a liquid. Again, this is showing a solid turning into a liquid.